Hello everybody, welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude here in my car. I hope you're all going to have a really good Halloween, and I want to thank all my subscribers out there. I'm kind of stumbling a little bit today. If you're not already subscribed, please think about doing so and make sure you tap that bell icon so you can be notified every single time I upload a new video. Also, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind, and if you stick around till the end, I have a joke for you. Okay, today, in honor of Halloween, we'll do another spooky video. This is from Most Amazing Top 10. It's haunted hospitals where real doctors saw demons. So let's check it out.
Where are you?
Right here.
Do you want to play hide and seek?
No.
Hospitals have been the setting for countless ghost stories, but maybe these aren't just stories. From footage of dark entities lurking around patients soon to die, wheelchairs rolling on their own, and patients seemingly possessed, these are real hospitals where doctors saw demons. Well, if I were a patient at this hospital, I'd be asking to leave. That is some exorcist behavior, and I'm just not here for it. Doctors and staff apparently reported the woman hadn't been under the influence of any substances. Was she just messed around? Was she in a certain mental state? It's hard to say. There's not a lot of info on this one, but clearly something is going on.
Could be a seizure.
Chair, always creepy, especially in a hospital. Reddit user Stalker the Zone posted this video, writing, "This was about a year ago. I do security at a hospital. The chair was on the other side of the hallway on my first patrol, and on my second patrol, this is what I had found. This is really the only time I've ever experienced anything spooky like this. Never really was a believer until this happened." End of post. What you're seeing here is footage of the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, said to be one of the most haunted former
that place
hospitals
is really known
in the
for
world.
this stuff.
The most notoriously haunted spot, the Waverly Hills Body Chute, aka the Death Tunnel. Waverly Hills Sanatorium is a former tuberculosis hospital in Louisville, Kentucky. A tunnel was used to transport patients who were dying from tuberculosis without being seen by others. They would be taken out of the hospital through this long, dark passage, which stretched about 500 feet long. The idea was to keep the grim reality of death from affecting the morale of the other patients and staff. Because of this, many people believe that the tunnel still houses the spirits of those who were transported there. I mean, if anything's going to be haunted, it's an old abandoned tunnel that countless dead bodies were rolled through, right? Visitors have reported feeling this strange energy in the tunnel. Some have claimed to hear voices, footsteps, and even cries echoing through the darkness. The tunnel has become a popular spot for ghost tours. It was featured in an episode of Ghost Hunters, and yeah, definitely a place I'd like to check out. What is this person doing? Standing there and filming. Turn around and walk back down the hallway, sir, or ma'am, whoever you are. First thing this reminded me of is that hospital scene from Jacob's Ladder. If you know the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about, and it's not something you ever need to see in real life. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what the person needs. I don't know if this person needs help. All I know is I'd be getting someone else to do it. Not that I should be handling anyone's medical problems, seeing as I'm not a doctor. Anyway, so many questions about this video. Why is this person on a gurney at the end of a dark hallway alone? Why are they moving like that? Where is this? If anyone has any more info on this clip, let us know down in the comments. This creepy photo is taken by a nurse using a surveillance camera. In the image, you can see a dark, crouched figure standing on a patient's bed. It's hard to make out what the thing is, but many have said it kind of resembles your classic cloven-foot demon creature. The nurse noticed the shadowy figure moving up and down the patient's body, and just a few hours after the figure was spotted, the patient sadly passed away. This kind of sighting is not totally unique. There have been claims of demon-like figures appearing in hospitals before. Some people believe that hospitals are places where these dark entities lurk, waiting for someone to die so they can drag their souls away.
Well, hopefully something was on the other side.
Decided to explore a floor of their hospital that is supposedly haunted. Patients and staff would report all sorts of strange things going on there. So some nurses figured, what the heck? It's a quiet night. Why don't we go up and peek around? And this is what happened. It happens pretty fast, but the curtain does start to move on its own. The nurse was just understandably too freaked out to stand there and keep filming. Then a pen flies off the desk, seemingly on its own, with no accompanying gust of wind or anything like that. And after that, they book it back down the hallway in a panic. This video was getting shared a lot online when it came out, and it's easy to see why. It's not even so much about the supposed paranormal stuff. It's their reactions. They seem pretty genuine.
And it's also
always,
pretty disrespectful for a nurse in an ER.
If there's one type of place you'd expect to find the Grim Reaper lurking, it is a hospital. In this video taken in October of 2022, a paramedic is filming outside of a hospital as a patient is being brought in. Now, unfortunately, this patient died just a couple hours after this video was taken, but nothing about the video itself seems out of the ordinary. The paramedic didn't think so either until he went back and watched the footage later. Take a look at this.
Okay.
A shadowy figure can be seen standing in the hallway that the patient was just rolled out of. Knowing that the patient died right after this, it's hard not to imagine this could be some sort of dark entity, an omen of death. A lot of late-night security guards claim to have some pretty eerie experiences, but in hospitals, I mean, it must just be a whole other story. Not a job you'd want to do if you're a believer in the paranormal.
I don't think so.
In this video, a security guard at a hospital in Argentina was alone at the front desk late at night. We watch as the automatic doors open, only there's no one there. The guard obviously notices the doors open. He gets up to check it out. Now, watching the video, your first thought is, why does he get up and walk over? Clearly there's nobody there.
I would.
It gets even weirder when he starts talking to thin
I've seen
air.
this one.
Well, according to the guard,
this is old.
He wasn't talking to thin air. He even allows this invisible presence into the hospital. Now, after the incident, the guard claimed he saw a woman who told him she'd left something in her room, so he took her name down and let her in. But he was chilled to the bone when the staff showed him this footage, especially when they told him that the name he'd written down was a woman who had passed away just the day before, in the exact room she said she'd been staying in. Up next, we have the ghost
Now that's
nurse.
scary.
Now, based on the dialogue behind the camera, it looks like these two were patients and were running around one night in the dark after having spotted some sort of entity. They're clearly in a panic right from the get-go, and right at the start of the video, we see what looks like a nurse peering out of the window. The pair decide to continue creeping around in the dark in search of the ghostly nurse, remarking on how the place seems to be empty.
Yeah.
And then this happens. Alright, gotta admit, it's hard not to laugh at this dude's scream. Now, for as loud as this man's scream is, though, he's brave enough to give a war cry and then run to the hallway to try and catch a glimpse of whatever this thing is again. But when he turns the corner, all we see is a dark, abandoned hospital hallway. A brave man indeed, a loud man, but a brave man. Not sure how good he'd be to have around on your ghost hunting team. You'd probably go deaf by the end of the night, and he'd probably scare all the ghosts off, but at least he'd be willing to run up on a ghost like he were about to skewer it with a musket. Wherever this place is, by the way, it's creepy. No doubt there's a ghost or two lurking somewhere in those hallways. With all that said, though, I've been your host, James.
I didn't hear any
Catch you
scream.
specifically in the next video.
Well, that was okay. There were some of them that were okay and some of them were pretty weak. That last one, I don't know why he even mentioned the scream, because we never even heard it. Anyways, I hope all of you have a nice Halloween. Nice, safe, spooky Halloween. I'll be doing some more of these until then. But I might mix a few other things in between. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you would like me to do. Also, let me know in the comments what you thought of that. And now, you know what time it is. It's time for a joke. I once asked a New Zealander how many girlfriends he had, but he fell asleep while counting them.